What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today is going to be a fun video for me to make. A buddy of mine reached out and he got himself a new Hoyt RX9. So he's got the VTM here. I'm going to strip down and I'm going to set up his new RX9, get that all tuned, timed, and ready to go for his 2025 season. Shot just for fun, shot the VTM through the chronograph with his arrow set up, and he was coming in at 288. And I'll see if I can get the chronograph back, and I'm going to shoot this RX9 through the chronograph, get a little comparison. He's about, I believe he's a 29 and a half inch draw length, a lefty, so it makes it really nice for me to be able to tune and set up for him. But we're going to dive in. Let's get after it.
Too big.
All right, so I got the RX9 in the bow holder. Just gonna slap the stuff on it real quick. Chad's running Fast Eddie from Spot Hogg. It's a great sight. Thing is very, very tough. Spot Hogg is very well known for being very durable. It's running tight spot 5-arrow quiver. Looks like the Easton Axis long range. Great arrow choice. Ran those for quite a few years, and he's running the Hamsky. I don't know which model it is, but he's running the Hamsky drop away rest, and then a Bee Stinger stabilizer. So that's his setup that he's running, and just throw this stuff on real quick. So this RX9 does have the pick rail option here, but his sight that he currently has does not have that option. He has the dovetail here, so. On his last bow, he had this thing buried to the last option there. Then we throw this Hamsky rest on here. Can you hand me that Allen wrench right there, bud?
This?
Nope, that one right there. The black. Yep, that one. Thank you.
That is cool. This is
super cool, huh?
a big one.
Thank you, bud.
Okay. Where's this one? Where's this? This on your bow?
Yeah, it's called a stabilizer.
Stabilizer?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I'm putting it on right now.
Mm-hmm.
Look at these cells. Are these yours? Are these yours?
No, those are Chad's.
That's the yours. Are they yours?
Okay. So I'll set this set screw on this rest.
Okay.
Nice and snug there. That is, I'm not going to throw quiver on yet for timing and tuning things, but that's what we got right there. Purty.
Are you done?
So, next step, I just got everything loosely on. I'm gonna throw it in the press. I'll throw the peep in, and then throw it on the draw board. We'll check timing, see where it's making for weight. If it's only at 80 pounds, I'll probably throw a couple twists in the cable, get it about 82 or 72, because he did only get a 70-pound bow. So 70 pounds. Then I'll put a couple twists in it, get him to 72. And then we'll see where he's at. Pretty slick looking setup. This gray color, I don't know the exact color name, but it is it's pretty sharp. So we'll get that going, and then we'll second, third axis on the spot hog, and then just get him out here, get the peep height set. He runs a kisser button, so we'll get that set because I already measured it, and we'll go from there. A couple of the next steps: throw it in the bow press. I'll put the peep in it, and then I'll check I'll check poundage, and then B, I'll check the timing. And once I get the timing and the poundage set to where it needs to be, then I'll start working on placement of the D loop, making sure the rest is in the right spot, and then we'll start shooting it through paper. All right, let's check poundage. Always just triple check your strings, everything after you put it in a bow press, even though I didn't take them off at all. See where it's at. $72.52. That'll do. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna loosen this guy, and it'll cause the rest to come up. Tensioner, loosen that bad boy. So it's gonna sit where it needs to be, and I can get knock point and everything kind of set where it needs to be. This is the first RX9 I've even held, so it might take a second to really dial in exactly where knock travel is and stuff like that on this. But center of arrow, I usually always start center of the burger hole, which is where the screw hole is. So I'll center that up, and we'll start from there. See where it hits. Okay, tie in this knock. I use a knock that's just a little tiny bit thicker than the knock on the arrow that the owner is running to avoid knock pinch, but also it's not too much of a gap to where there's going to be some inconsistencies. So I do a knot on top and bottom. Personally, I think it does the most consistent and accurate shot every time, allowing the knock to be pushed straight every single time. So say this is an enlarged version of the knots, and then the knock is sitting here. It's got a flat surface it's pushing against, versus having one knot on top might not create as flat of an angle every time, giving you the most accurate shot. I have no way of proving that. That is a theory. So it's my story, and I'm sticking to it. All right, now we're gonna check timing. So we are touching here, and it is less than a paper thickness on the bottom away. So we are going to throw half a turn into the top and see if it evens it out, and if it's too much. And if it's too much, it's too much. And we'll go back. And take a half back out of the top and leave it where it was. I'm gonna shoot it right here. Okay, first shot through paper. Timing set. Fortunately, Chad is shooting the wise choice, just like me. Well, I used to shoot, so I have one. I usually like to have people's releases with them, but first shot, a draw cycle. That's pretty smooth. So here's the first shot.
Good job, Daddy. Good job.
Good job.
You did it, Daddy.
I did it.
Those are cool. I bought those for your friends. And I bought those for your friend.
Okay, let's see. It is for my friend.
What?
It is for my friend.
Then why are you shooting them? Then why are you shooting them when now you friend?
Shoo! Okay, we are significantly tail right on this, so we will take a look-see. All right, still getting a tail right. I shifted the shims on the top cam. Got to shift the shims on the bottom cam. We were really close on center shot, so gonna swap these shims here with these yoke systems. You just switch the shims and it'll shift that cam over, and hopefully it gets us a bullet hole. All right. Gotta love it. All right, I'll shoot a couple more shots just to prove it, but move the shims top and bottom. Sometimes you got to do that just to get to tune good, but having the ability to do that, really nice. So shot a perfect bullet hole. The timing's on and everything like that. It's good to get Chad shooting a bunch of arrows and get this string stretched, and then we'll retime it and everything. So I've talked about it before on previous watching some hunting. Skynyk's muzzleloader hunt, I think. Anyways, marking the cams after you check the timing. So I'll put a couple little silver Sharpie marks on the cams as a reference. So that way, if some stretch happens, we'll know if the timing's off. But that's pretty money right there. All right, so next step, I got to level the second and third axis on the Spot Hogg sight. I already set this sight up for Chad on his last bow, but I did double check this first axis here, or the level inside the sight itself. It's still money, didn't get bumped around like I said. Very durable sight. So, gonna hit this second axis real quick and then we'll hit the third. Third axis was off a little bit, the second axis was still money. So, made a quick little adjustment. It's all good to go. So all we gotta do is shoot it a little bit, tie his peep in, and then sight him in. And then we're good to go until he gets his new strings, and we'll do it all over again. So I appreciate you guys watching. This Carbon RX9 build from Hoyt for Chad Grohl.